This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, so good morning and welcome back to the session. This is Big Data Masters program. In the previous session, we were discussing about the optimization technique, and what we have seen. If I want to summarize, so optimization are of two types inside the Spark. That is resource level optimization and application level optimization. And once we are talking about compression, partition, bucket, broadcast, join, file format, accumulator, repartition, coalesce, reduce by key instead of group by key, that is nothing we are changing or doing the modification inside the code, and that is nothing but the application level optimization. With respect to resource level optimization, we are talking about the hardware, like how many resources we have provided in order to have the execution of this particular job. So that was the stuff. But apart from these particular techniques, we are having certain customized or sophisticated optimization techniques which came in Spark, and some of are recently evolved, because Spark is keep on revolving, and we are getting new features, and with the help of new features we will be able to do the optimization. So some of those features we have discussed in our previous session, and one of them was AQE, that is adaptive query execution. With respect to adaptive query execution, that is a feature, and over here it is not depending upon the static stats of a particular application in order to have execution. So dynamic stats are being captured, and based upon those particular stats the decisions are taken, and then we will be able to get the optimization. And what are the benefits that we are getting based upon AQE? Like predicate push down, okay, and predicate push down, that is nothing but like applying filter like mechanism, dynamically applying repartition and coalesce onto the data, so that minimum data, uh, the shuffling, the amount of shuffling will be less over there, and then you will be able to get the optimization. Then speculative execution we have discussed in our previous session, that is nothing but once we are having deadlock like situation, in order to tackle deadlock like situation, what we are doing, we are enabling the speculative execution. Speculative execution, what it is doing, it is creating another task, duplicate task, in order to perform that application. On over here we might increase certain hardware, so that the application execution will be done in which was having deadlock like situation. So over here inside the speculative execution we are having two duplicate tasks, that is a bottleneck, that is a drawback for this particular feature, because two applications, same applications are running inside the cluster, and they are keep on occupying the resources, and we are not having certain predictions that the new task which we have initiated that will be executed or not, so speculative execution somehow will clear the deadlock like situation, but we are not pretty sure about it, and it is activated once we are having enough hardware inside the cluster. If we are having crunch of hardware, then speculative execution is not a preferred optimization technique. You should avoid this particular optimization technique. So we have I have mentioned the disadvantages of this feature as well over here, and how it can be triggered. So just you need to set the configuration, then we will be able to have it. Then dynamic partition pruning, dynamic partition pruning is just removing the unwanted partitions. With the name itself we are able to get the insight, like over here we are removing or deleting the unwanted partition. So dynamic partition pruning was a feature, so that we have discussed, and there are other things as well. Okay. So dynamic partition pruning. Then we are having skewness related stuff as well. That is how to handle the skewness, and we have discussed how to handle different ways in order to handle the skewness. So skewness is also what I'm going to mention. That is like how to handle the skewness. So skewness is nothing but unwanted distribution of the data, and there are multiple ways like repartition, bucketing, salting. That is a feature or mechanism, a way in order to handle skewness. So we can enable, we can have this particular property in order to remove the skewness related stuff. Then skewed join, that is like if that is nothing but broadcasting related stuff, and we will be able to resolve skewness if like there are the data is skewed, and that is having too much latency. So we will be able to get that information, and these particular things can be visualized through the Spark UI. So this is, these are the things what we are having with respect to the optimization inside the Spark. Today we are going to discuss about the AWS. AWS, and we are having certain more services. Although, like we have discussed certain services from the AWS side, let me mention. So we have discussed AWS EMR, that is enhanced map reduce. We have discussed EC2. Okay. Then we have discussed about S3. That is nothing but simple storage solution from AWS. Then we have discussed Athena. We have executed our query with the help of Athena. And today we are going to discuss about Glue. Certain stuff from the IAM roles. We have seen how to define IAM roles and all. Okay. So what are the other things that we have discussed from the S3? Oh, sorry, AWS side. IAM, AWS EMR, EC2, S3, Athena, Glue. Uh, Okay, so glue, although like certain stuff from the glue we have discussed, but today in today's session, we will be discussing in detail about the AWS glue. Once we were discussing about the Athena, at that moment we have discussed, we have gone through with glue, and we have created certain crawler, and with the help of crawler we were able to read the data from a particular table, or read the data from S3, and we have created a table, Athena table, that is. Okay, we have created Athena table onto top of that particular data which was placed inside the S3. So a little bit you can say stuff has been covered from the glue side, but in today's session we will be discussing in detail. Okay, so AWS Glue, that will be the topic for today's session. AWS Glue. Okay, so Glue. So this is nothing but a ETL tool. This is an ETL tool. ETL tool, and ETL stand for extract, transform, and load. Extract, transform, and load. Load. So this is an ETL tool, and it is performing ETL related stuff. So what is the meaning of ETL? ETL say we are having different applications, we are having different say data source, like we are having SQL server, we are having say Oracle server, okay, and we are having certain data files. Okay. So different sources are there, and all of these particular different sources are carrying data, and that we need to analyze, and we need to get certain insight from that particular data. So it might be happening. You can take an example. Say you are having PM report, you are having CM report. The persons who are from the telecom domain, no? They are having the data from say certain planning tools, so different data sources are there and they are providing the data, but our use case is working in such a way that we need to take this data. We just need to proceed for the analysis in order to have that data, and we need to create a singular view onto top of this particular data. You can take it in this way, like we are having different sources and different sources are having different data format, like we are getting the data in some sources are providing data in parquet format, some sources are providing the data in say CSV format, even the column names and all that is not matched with each other, but the domain person is having the knowledge that say PM report, in PM report say we are having cell ID, and in CM reports as well we are having cell ID, so certain common stuff is there. Based upon that we will be able to merge those particular uh, files or tables, and then we will be having a singular view. So this particular stuff is done with the help of Apache, this AWS Glue, not Apache. Sorry, my mistake. So ETL, that is extracting the data from different sources, extract, then load the data in staging area, and once you are loading the data, then transform it, and once you are transformed this particular data, then you are loading it, load the data, and that is nothing but the singular view. So what is happening over here? We are having different sources. We are extracting the data that might have different file format, different counters, different values, different parameters. Okay, even like the column names are different than what we are doing over here. We are loading it inside the staging area, and we are performing the operations. We are performing the transformation inside the staging area, so that we will be having a data that will be loaded, and that will be having a singular view, and now you will be able to do the visualization or business analysis onto that particular data. It might be the management requirement, like manager wants to have like say what is the KPI for today's from the 2G side, if we are talking about the telecom domain, if we are taking the example of say stock market, so I can the manager or the manager or director can have wants to have the data, like what is the prediction for today's stock, like what is the prediction for the day, which stock uh, will have uh, you can say will be predicted as a good stock, if we are talking about say e-commerce domain, then the manager wants to have the data, like what is the sale for today, okay, and what is the which one is the department from, or which one is the category from where we are getting the good amount of revenue. So for that particular stuff, what we just need to do, we just need to have that particular, we just need to extract that particular data, load it in staging area. Now inside the staging area, we just need to transform it, we just need to process it in terms of like create a singular view onto top of this particular data. We just need to uh, do joining and all. We just need to perform like proceed for the applying formula and all, in order to get the KPI, in order to get the sales, in order to get the stock prediction, so each and everything is done over here, and then we are having the final result that will be having a singular view, and it will be put onto a particular S3 location or a warehouse. Okay, warehouse, data warehouse, DWH. We can put it inside the DWH in order to have the further analysis. Say, if someone wants to apply the machine learning algorithm onto top of that particular data, then he or she can apply. If we need to perform the further processing, then he or she can proceed with this particular data. You can think in this particular way, like if you are moving with certain machine learning stuff, then the initial steps like capturing the data, then performing data cleaning and all, and creating the feature and label, so that particular stuff can be done over here. And now what we will be having you can say refined data, and that will be put into the data warehouse, data lake, or database for the further analysis or for the query perspective. That is nothing but the ETL tool. So this particular stuff is done with the help of AWS Glue, and it is very, you can say, effective tool from the AWS side, which is capable of doing this particular stuff. Now, advantages of AWS Glue. Of AWS Glue. Are you able to get the understanding about ETL? Is it
Yes, sir.
Swati, Shivam, Vandana? ETL?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Okay. So advantages of AWS Glue. So it is highly scalable. Highly scalable. So what is the meaning of scalable? Say, as and when required, if you want to have more machines, more nodes, you will be able to have it. There is no need to worry about the hardware. It is highly scalable. It is able to handle the load, whatever load you are having, it is able to work onto that particular load, and you will be able to get the outcome. So this is highly scalable system, and there is no need to worry about the hardware. And with just like single click, we will be able to have as much as resource whatever we want. So this is highly scalable. Now increased speed and efficiency. So it is providing the ETL stuff with low latency, and you will be able to see. We will be. It is having multiple languages. If you want to do the processing, this particular stuff, if you want to do this particular transformation with the help of Spark, you will be able to do that with the help of Spark. And you just need to select the Spark as a language, and you will be able to get the outcome with increased speed, and you will be having the lots of efficiency. We will see once we will go through with the practical, or once we will proceed with the demo session, then you will be able to see, like based upon the the language that you are going to select, it is going to generate the code automatically, or you can have the customized code as well. So this stuff can be done with the help of AWS Glue with increased speed and efficiency. Then combined view of data. Combined view of data. Over here, what we are able to see, we are having different sources. We are extracting the data from different sources, loading it in the inside the staging area, and then performing the transformation onto top of that. And what exactly we are doing over here in order to generate a singular view. So that is mentioned over here. We are able to get the combined view of data. Okay, so it is providing the combined view of data. Okay, that is perfectly fine. Now the next thing what we are able to get with the help of uh, this particular tool, that is AWS Glue. Okay, so auto scaling, this is serverless system. Like there is no need to uh, worry about the initial hardware. This is serverless system. Serverless service basically from AWS side. Okay, then providing monitoring and logging related stuff. Logging stuff. Then what we are having, data catalog and crawler. Let me show you. So AWS management console. Let me sign in. Okay, and we just want to discuss about the glue. So glue and AWS glue. And just have a look over here. First one is like data catalog. Okay, inside the data catalog, what we are having, database, tables, stream, schemas, connection, crawler. So data catalog is acting as a meta store basically. Meta store, and you will be having the schema, the database, then the table related information over here. So it is providing data catalog related service, and then data integration and ETL. So data integration and ETL. So with the help of data integration and ETL, we are going to perform the ETL related stuff. So that is the second stuff what we are able to get with the help of AWS Glue. So just have a look over here. Prepare your account for Glue, catalog and search for data, move and transform the data, and resource tutorial, data integration. Okay, so data integration and management, monitor and debug the ETL jobs and track the uses. These are nothing but the advantages or features what we are getting from the AWS Glue. You will be able to monitor and logging related stuff, data catalog, crawler. Okay, crawler, what you are able to see inside the data catalog, what you are having the crawler. If you just want to crawler, what we have seen, once we have created the the table with the help of Athena. So at that moment, we have created a crawler, and with the help of crawler, we have created a Athena table that was reading the data from S3. Yeah. So this particular information, this particular stuff is provided by AWS Glue. These are nothing but the advantages of AWS Glue. Now, advantage that is fine, but uh, but what are the different benefits of AWS Glue? With respect, once we are talking about the benefits, then what we can say, this is fully managed services. Fully managed service from AWS side. So, what is the meaning of fully managed service? It is not like, say, you just need to create certain you just need to have certain hardware and all. You just need to uh, like perform the monitoring, and you just need to worry about the hardware. There is no need to worry about this particular stuff. You just need to have this particular service, and it will be completely managed by AWS, and you will be able to perform your ETL related stuff. There is, you just need to click, and it you will be able to have it. There is no need to have upfront hardware and all. So uh, and there is no need to worry about the scaling related stuff as well. So each and everything is managed, like if it is the scaling related issue, if it is the issue of integrating it with different tools, or getting and providing the security related stuff. So each and everything is managed with the help of this particular service from the user side. He or she needs, there is no need to worry. So fully managed service from the AWS side. Then benefit, that is scalability. This is the advantage and benefit as well. It is like having good scalability. Then regular update of security patches. So what is the meaning of this? Like AWS is like highly secure cloud service, and if we are using AWS Glue, then security will not be a concern for us. It is completely secure, and if there are certain another new techniques or new algorithms has been you can say introduced, which are utilized for the security perspective, then these particular things will be automatically updated. You will be getting those particular updates from the user side. We just need to, there is no need to worry. And from the security perspective, it is highly secure, and we will be continuously getting the security patches. So security is not a concern for us. Then cost efficient. This is a benefit. Cost efficient. If we are talking about the cost of AWS Glue, it is having a list cost based upon the selection of hardware that we are going to select. Uh, Let me show you. So let me try to create a ETL job. So what I mentioned, that is cost efficient. So we just need to pay as per usage, but What are those particular charges? I just want to show you. AWS glue pricing. So just have a look over here. So ETL and interactive sessions. So for ETL interactive sessions, for this particular of 4 vCPU, 32 GB RAM of memory, and what is the cost? Just a minute. Hmm. So with respect to region and price, like if you are using Apache Spark and Spark streaming job 1 minute, and this is the glue version or 10-minute minimum. So this will be $0.44 per DPU hour for each Apache Spark. Like we are, if we are running Apache guys, are you able to hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, sorry, certain connectivity issue was there. So what I was saying, we are having these particular, you can say, cost that we need to bear if we are using the AWS Glue service. So that is cost efficient. Like we just need, there is no need to have, there is no need to have a you can say upfront cost that we need to bear for having the hardware and all, for purchasing the hardware. All we just need to select this particular service. We just need to use that service, and then we can you can say stop the crawler and all whatever we want, and there's no need to bear the cost at that moment. So we just need to pay for the use only. Okay, and that is very less, and AWS cloud is very cost effective cloud provider, and this particular service is very cost effective if we are able to see these particular prices. And we are having different, you can say, pricing for the different services. ETL job and interactive session, we have seen that particular pricing. Now with respect to the data catalog and request, that what we need to bear $1 per uh, 1 lakh objects stored above 1 m per month. So this is very you can say minimum cost, and it is free for first 1 million objects stored. So this is with respect to the catalog. Then crawler, how much we need to pay crawler? So that is 0.44 per DPU or build per second, with 10 minute minimum per crawler run. Once we are running the crawler, so over here if you are able to see, I have created a crawler. So creation, that is fine, that is not for this, it is not going to charge me. But once I'm going to run this particular crawler, then I need to bear the cost. So from the cost perspective, we just need to pay as per this particular cost. We just need to pay with respect to these particular categories. And once we are using these services, at that moment only we need to pay. That is nothing but pay for usage only. There is no need to bear, there is no need to uh, bear upfront cost in order to have the hardware and all. And this is serverless service from the AWS side. So cost efficient, that we have seen. Now integration with other AWS service. Okay, so if you want to integrate it with S3, with Redshift, with Athena and Redshift we have already seen. So if you want to integrate it with Redshift and other services, say you want to integrate it with EMR, then that is perfectly fine. There is no need to worry. With you just need to do the changes inside the IAM role, and you will be able to do the integration. It will be the seamless integration that is provided by AWS. So easy integration, what I can say, easy integration with other services. And what we are having, data catalog for metadata, Okay, so whatever the table that we are going to create, its metadata will be maintained inside the data catalog, and we have seen it as well. Inside this, uh, over here, the data catalog. Inside the data catalog, say we are having databases, Boost Analytics, and default database we have created. Boost Analytics we have created on October 1st, and inside this we are having these particular tables. Small flight glue, small flight opti, small flight data. So these tables we have created, and what we have seen, we have read the data from this particular location. So what I can say, the Athena S3 integration was done with the help of this AWS glue. So it is cleared, like it is providing data catalog for metadata and easy integration with the AWS services. Now what I can say, superior functionality. Yeah. So over here, based upon our use case, we can use different programming languages in order to execute our code, in order to perform the transformation. So based upon our usage, we just need to select the hardware. We can increase or decrease the number of resources. We can uh, change the programming or coding language as well. So based upon this, what I can say, it is providing superior functionality, and superior functionality in terms of latency as well. If we are increasing the hardware, then we will be able to get the low latency. And if we are changing the coding language, say instead of Python I'm going to use Spark, so with the help of that as well, I will be able to get the good functionality. Ray is another, you can say, engine or programming stuff what I can have inside the glue. You will be able to see once we are moving with the demo. So it is providing superior functionality. Then fully managed, each and everything is fine. Okay, so how glue is working? Working. Now, what we are having, say, we are having certain data inside the S3. What we are going to do? We are having certain data inside S3. Then what we are going to do? We are having the glue crawler, and the glue crawler that is going to, you can say, crawl the job that you are going to create. And then what we are having, AWS glue catalog data catalog, what I can say, huh? So what is happening over here, say we have placed certain data inside S3, and we just want to do the ETL stuff, huh? ETL stuff, like we are having certain, we just want to perform certain computation onto that particular data. Now onto this particular data, what we are going to, first we are going to create the glue crawler, and that is going to perform the operations onto top of this particular data. And once we will be having the refined view, then it is moved inside the AWS glue data catalog. And what we are able to see over here, we are just loading the data. Or what we can do, we again load this particular data inside the S3, S3, say S3. So from S3 we were having the raw data. With the help of glue crawler, we have, you can say, processed that data. Over here the data catalog is maintaining the metadata and all. And finally we are putting the data inside the S3, another, you can say, folder or bucket, which is having refined data, that we will be able to do. And that is a normal process what we are doing with the help of AWS Glue, or normal workflow what we will be able to perform with the help of AWS Glue. And now over here, like we can integrate it with, say, or onto this particular stuff we can do the integration with Athena, Redshift, or EMR. That is quite possible. So this is the normal workflow or working that we will be able to see. Like we will be having certain data in S3, then creating the glue crawler, and then uh, we will be having the data inside the metadata, basically inside the data catalog. And then the refined result will be again moved uh, onto the S3 location. So that's what we are going to see. Now, let me try to proceed with the demo, how we will be able to do this. So, data catalog, so data integration, and let me create the ETL job. So, ETL, we just need to create on ETL, and then create job, say visual ETL. Okay, AWS Glue data catalog. Uh-huh. Let me try to move with the different stuff. Mhm. Just a minute. So let me first create a crawler. Okay, so let me first create a crawler, then crawler name say uh, data from S3. Yeah. Then next, I'm giving a name data from S3. Okay. Then is your data ready mapped to glue tables? Not yet. That is fine. Data source. Add data source. So we just need to mention the S3 data source, and in different account, and just we need to provide the boost analytics to, I think this is the table, flight new flight data, flight Athena test. Okay, so this will be the data source. Okay, that is fine. Add S3 data source. So this is the data source that we are having. We are having a particular file. Let me show you inside the S3. What we are having? We are having a particular file. S3. Inside S3, we are having a particular file. So what we are going to do? We are going to create an ETL job, which will be going to read the data from the S3 bucket. From this particular bucket, it is going to read the data. Then what we are going to do, we are going to do certain customization or okay, so this is the small flights data, a small flight CSV file what we are having. On to top of this particular file, we will be going to perform certain operation. And once we are able to perform the operation, then we will be moving it back to the S3. That's what we are going to do. That is the agenda. So first, we are going to read the data. We are creating a crawler. So S3, that is fine. So S3, that is a data source. Next, then choose the IAM role. So IAM role, you will be able to create the IAM role, or let me try to show you. Say create new IAM role. New IAM role, and you can give a name to the IAM role, say AWS Glue S3 to Glue. So S3 to Glue, I'm going to give a name, and that has been say created, and S3 Glue, and update the chosen IAM role. So let me try to update this. So I have created this. Next, and choose database. Over here, like it is going to ask it is asking like if you are having a database, or you just want to create a database. So add a database, say what we can do, we can give a name to database, say booster analytics 2. So you just create it, boost analytics 2, and that has been created, and boost analytics 2. Now you just give this particular database name and table prefix, that is optional. Next, then review the crawler. So for the security perspective, AWS S3 to glue that particular role, we just need to provide the rights to this particular role. Let me try to copy this and create the crawler. So crawler has been created. Now what I just need to do, I just need to do the modification inside the IAM role. So IAM role, because uh, over here this particular role is in order to access the S3 data. Okay, so IAM roles, I just want to go through with IAM role S3 to glue, and what I just need to do over here, this is S3 to glue, this is the role what I'm having, and I just need to add permission. So attach policies and S3. S3 full access, let me give to this particular role. Add permission, that is perfectly fine. If I have not added this particular permission, then I will not be able to read the data from S3. So because of that, I have created this particular, I have added this particular permission to this particular role. Perfectly fine. We have added this particular permission, and the crawler has been created. We are able to create the crawler. Now the crawler is set. The crawler is set. Now what we just need to proceed, we just need to proceed for the ETL job. So one step is over. Now we just need to proceed with ETL job. Now ETL job, so we just need to give, also job name is not there, visual editor, explore job, visual. Okay, just have a look over here. Example of job, multiple sources, visual ETL job to join multiple sources. Then Ray notebook for parallelizing Python, new one. Spark notebook using pandas, and then Spark notebook using SQL. So what we are having, we are having certain jobs, examples of jobs. So let me click this one. Not, I'm not going to create the sample job. So visual editor using an interactive notebook, then create job. Let me proceed with the visual editor. Okay, okay, so basic job detail, what I can give, job name, say Spark job, that is fine, and IAM role. So for this as well, I just need to create, so it is going to read the data S3. So AWS S3 role, S3 to glue. That role will work over here. And now just have a look over here. Glue version 4, and what you want to have, just have a look over here. So sports spark 3, scala 2, and python 3. So depending upon what you want over here. Say spark 2.4, spark 3.1, spark 3.3, scala 2. Say I just want to have this spark 3.3, and python 3 is the language. You can choose scala or python, whatever you want. So let me proceed with python. And over here worker type. So worker type over here, you are just providing the resource. Say G1X, it is having 4 vcpus and 16 GB RAM. G2X, 8 vcpus and 32 GB RAM. And G4X. So over here we are able to see the hardware related stuff. Let me have G1X, that is the resource, and the requested number of worker, how many hardwares, how many nodes you want to have. So by default it is providing me 10. So let me not proceed because we will be having very less data. So I'm going with two worker nodes only, then two worker nodes. And job bookmark disable, number of retries. And okay, job timeout, set the job execution timer 48 hours. So this is the production related stuff for industrial use case, like 42 hours. Timeout is 42 hours, but let me mention say 10 minutes only. So within 10
Yeah.
minutes
What is this
the
job
timeout will be
bookmark
there.
means?
Yes, someone was
What does it
speaking.
do? Yes, yes. What does it do? Like job bookmark, if I will
Timeout,
disable.
like if a job is
No, no,
no
no.
job,
Job
timeout is
bookmark. No, job bookmark.
job retries.
No, no, no. Job bookmark. If we enable the job
Bookmark.
bookmark,
Yes, yes, yes.
what does it do?
Bookmark is like, say you will be having these particular jobs as a bookmark. Specifies how AWS process job bookmark when job runs. Like bookmark is something, say over here, like I have mentioned, say first job. First job. Okay. Second job. Second job. You are probably you are aware, inside the word as well you are creating certain bookmark. Bookmark is nothing but certain indexing related stuff.
Okay, okay, okay.
Okay.
Got it.
Okay.
Uh,
So
like the
it
value
is,
related, like if our
yes, yes,
job is
it can
running at
remember
particular.
previous process data.
Okay,
Just
okay,
have a
okay,
look
okay.
over
Got
here.
it.
Okay, update state information. So bookmark is nothing but uh, like remembering the state information or stage information. Right? So we are not enabling number of retries, huh, number of workers to then retries. Say I don't want to proceed for the retry, and timeout counter is 10 minutes. Perfectly fine. And save. Okay, now script. Just have a look onto this particular script. Hmm. Okay, so this is let me try to. That is the script, UI logs, temporary path. Okay, so just have a look over here. These whatever we have edited, so these were the basic properties. Now, with respect to the advanced property, what we are able to see, so the script path where this particular script will be stored. Okay, then the UI logs path. So the logs with respect to this particular job will be stored onto this particular path. Minimum concurrency, that is concurrency like set maximum number of concurrent run, like how many jobs will be executed concurrently in this particular cluster. So one is only like we will be having single job only. Temporary path, delay notification threshold, if the job is delayed. Then uh, security configuration, that is like certain encryption decryption related stuff, and use glue catalog and hive catalog, additional network connections, and if you just want to have certain libraries, like Python libraries, you want to have certain jar path, you want to have certain reference files, and as all these particular details you can mention over here. And say I just want to have certain machine learning libraries which are required in order to perform the code, uh, execution of that particular job, so that I can mention over here. So job details, these are fine. Script, that will be generated automatically. Run, I just need to say data source, so S3 data source is there, and then transform, what it will be, change schema, that I mentioned the change schema. Then target what it will be, S3, yeah. Okay, and S3, that is fine. And with respect to popular, okay, then what I can mention with respect to S3, I just need to choose the bucket. So boost analytics 2, and flight new, not this one, flight data, say Athena test, that I can give. I'm just going to choose, we just need to remove the file, we just need to provide the folder path over here. Data format, that is CSV, and CSV data format, okay, that is fine. So okay, save. Okay, we just need to provide the S3 path as well, where we just want to store the data. So output path, we just need to mention, so Amazon S3, and we just need to provide the target location. Say target location, boost analytics, and say unsaved data, we can choose this particular target. And if you want to have partitioning, and also you can mention those particular things as over here. So what we have seen over here, we have moved with this particular visual schema. We have provided the the input, we have provided the chain schema, we have provided the target. Now just have a look onto the script. It will be automatically, you can say, generated. It will be automatically generated. So what you are able to see over here, uh, say certain imports are there, uh, then what you are going to do, uh, you are having certain glue context, create dynamic frame, connection S3. So you are creating S3 connection. This is the S3, like script generated from for node S3. So it is in order to read the data. Then the change schema, if you are going to change the schema, so it is automatically generated. Say year was of string type, month was of string type, then day, each and everything is there. And where you are going to mention this particular data, you are going to mention or store the data onto that particular path. So this is nothing but visual editor. Whatever we are able to see, that is the generated script, and these are nothing but the job details and runs. And let me try to run this particular job. So the job will be executed. It is running, and capacity 2 DPU 0 second. This is the hardware. This is the glue version. Now the job is running. So the job is running, and what we have done over here, we are trying to change the schema, okay, of a particular, you can say, we were having a particular file, and we are trying to create the table onto top of that, or we are trying to change the schema. So it is running. If you want to perform like joining and all, you just need to do the change inside the script, and then you will be able to have. First let me do the execution of this. Okay, so the job has been this particular job has been successfully executed, and now we will be able to see the outcome. So previously we were having a file, and these are certain informations with respect to the execution of Spark execution. Now what I want to show you inside the S3, and inside S3 we are having booster analytics, and we are having boost analytics 2, and inside I think unsaved, we have saved our data. So just have a look. Recently at 11:47 it has been executed, and we are able to get the outcome in Parquet format. So this is, you can say, with respect to change in schema. But over here, the schema has been defined by Spark itself onto top of this particular file. Now we have not, you can say, uh, we have not customized it, but uh, we will now what we are trying to see. Let me try to provide you an overview. Say Spark Python, Spark Ray, Spark Python. I just want to have, and I just want to say start fresh. IAM role S3 to glue, create a notebook. Hmm. Okay, so what we are going to do over here, we will be trying to do certain operations onto top of the data, small flight data. We just want to, over here what we are having, we have created a notebook. You can, inside the glue itself, we have created a notebook. So notebook is being created. Now inside this particular notebook, you will be able to paste your code. You will be able to paste your code. It is taking some time. You will be having a notebook. So notebook, stop notebook is there. Okay, that is the notebook. This is the notebook. So okay, so notebook is there. AWS Glue notebook. Now whatever you want to do over here, you will be able to have, and just have a look over here, glue version for this, and these are the you can say information that you are having. Say you will be having 5 worker node, you will be having, you can say this is the worker type, and glue version, timeout, timeout counter is this one. And now if you want, you will be able to do the execution. Say S3, if you want to read the S3, the data from the S3, you just need to provide S3 path, folder name, okay, connection S3, update in the database. So you just need to provide the partition key, compression, each and everything. You are having certain examples, like examples, write the data in dynamic frame to the location in S3 and table. So this is an example only. What and how it will be executed, it will be executed inside the AWS Glue only. So AWS Glue Studio notebook, and run this to start your interactive session. Okay, so if I'm going to run it, say I just want to have 2 worker nodes. I just want to have, say, 10-minute timeout counter. And let me execute this one. Okay, and what it is saying. Okay, it has been executed. And with respect to exception and countered while session and access denied exception, when we calling the create session, user ARN this is not authorized to perform IAM role. So IAM role related issue is there. So job details, kernel idle now. Just a minute. So It is exception encountered while creating the session and occurred access denied when calling the create session user ARN the blue catalog is not authorized to perform IAM pass role because no identity based policy allows. So what we just need to do when calling. Uh-huh. So we just need to do the modification inside the glue role. So IAM and the role is S3 glue S3 to glue notebook. No. Add permission. Service notebook role, huh? User. Okay. So AWS glue service notebook role. So let me add this particular permission. So permission has been updated. Let me try to do the execution once again. Hmm. Stop notebook. Notebook stopped. Start notebook. Just have a look. Oh, sorry. Authenticating with environment variable ARN role S3 trying to kernel exception creating error. User this one S3 to glue is not authorized to perform IAM pass role on this role because no identity policy allows IAM pass role action. What is the meaning of this? You need to add IAM pass role action to the policy. IAM pass role. So IAM pass role add permission IAM pass role. Pass role action. Pass role action. This is policy related issue. IAM pass role, getting granting a user permission to pass role on AWS. So granting a user permission to pass role to AWS service. Create role, choose AWS service, choose agent enhanced monitoring role, role name, policy statement to allow user to pass one specific role. Mhm. SageMaker not. Let me try to check with these particular roles. Still error is there. So what I can do, Okay, so over here as well, you will be able to do the execution of your code. So you can this particular stuff we have already seen. So inside this particular, you just need to mention the details over here. Okay, and if you want, you just paste the customized code over here. If you are having certain code, you can paste it over here, and then you will be able to do the execution of that particular code. Let me try to show something. Huh. Say Python file if we are having. We are not having. Okay. So what we can do, we are having, say, these particular say this particular code is there. So that is going to do certain feature validation. Let me try to. Oh, yes, and paste it over here. And there is no need to create Spark session and all. Okay, and you can provide the path of that particular file, say S3, and this is S3 only. Hmm. So you can provide this particular path. This is the file that we are having, and based upon, and say this is the data. So we are having certain data that is all over here onto this particular path. We are performing certain transformation onto top of that particular data, and then finally we are storing it onto the S3. And we can give, say, job small flight, and we can configure the source and all. Spark, Python 3, number of nodes, we just want to have 2 nodes, and disable number of retries to 0, then 10 minute. Things are fine. Save. IAM role S3. So S3 to blue. Fine. Save. Okay. So we are having a script. We are having job details, and let me try to run this. Run. Okay. Now it is going to run this particular job, and it is going to read the data, perform certain transformation, and store it onto that particular location what we have mentioned. So this is another, you can say, kind of thing what we can do with the help of glue. So it is keep on executing. Failed down. So what is the issue? Planned plain df is not defined. Plain df is not defined. Script inside this script, plain df is not. Small flight data read, then small flight dot join df. Okay. Okay, so just have a look. We are trying to do the joining, but plain df is not available. Are you able to see, all of you guys? Are you able to see?
Sir, please will you repeat? What is not available?
So we are trying to perform certain operation. So it is showing the issue. So the job was failed. Why the job was failed? And then we have gone through with the errors. So with respect to these particular errors, what we are able to get, plain df is not defined. So error, plain df is not defined. So once we have checked our code, what we are able to get, uh, we are able to get this particular information. So script, and inside the script, what we are doing, we are having small flight data. We have loaded this data only, but plain df we have not loaded. So what we need to do, we just need to load the plain df data as well. Plain df,
Okay, sir.
and we just need to check where it is placed. Mhm. Yes, yes. Plain df csv. Copy s3 url, and we just place it over here. Spark.d.csv s3. And let me try to do the execution once again. of this particular script. And let me check what is happening over here. So the job is running. Let's see what will happen. Still it is failing. And what is the issue? The job is simple, and what it is saying, plain df is not defined. Plains df is not defined, but we have defined it. Plains df is not defined. Planes df is not defined, but we have defined planes df. Script, can I save it? Updating job. Okay, we need to save probably, and we have not saved it. Let me rerun this. Script, job details, save, and then run this once again. Probably it will be executed at this moment because script was not saved. In previous three execution, although like we have updated the script, but it was not saved. Now we have saved it, and the execution is keep on going. So it is running. It is doing certain calculation and all. Whatever. Okay, the job is succeeded. Okay, at this moment the job is succeeded. So what we have done, we just pasted our code. We are having small flight data, and it is placed onto this particular location. We are having the planes data that is placed onto this location. Then we have done the joining, and result dot show. It will be probably it will be showed over here. So you will be able to get the outcome result dot show. Okay, not here. So inside the logs you will be getting that particular stuff, and then what we have done, we have done the joining, and then we have done certain aggregations, and we have just done the joining, and the columns which are unique columns whatever we are having, and those unique columns we have write onto this particular path. Athena test new. Inside the Athena test new, we will be having this particular outcome. So Athena flight new, Athena test flight data, Athena test flight data, and Athena test. Inside this Athena test is there. Inside this new is there, and new will be having the outcome. So this is the new, and inside the new we will be having the parquet file. So it is mentioned in the, it is, you can say, stored in terms of parquet. It is stored with partition, but do we have used partitioning while storing the data? Let me check it over here. So inside the script, yes, we have done the partitioning based upon the destination. So we are having the outcome inside the output folder, and that is in partition format. I'll just have a look. And this is the new, like this is the path what we have mentioned in order to store our data, and we just want to have the data in the partition format. So what I want to say over here, like with the help of glue, you will be able to create, let me try to mention. So what we will be able to do, like we are having the data inside S3, then we will be able to create the jobs based upon that particular data, and do certain processing, and whatever the data what we will be having, that will be moved on to the S3. Okay, and that will be the refined data. That is the normal flow. But what about with respect to the data catalog? Let me try to show you something inside the data catalog and tables. Inside the tables, uh, schema. We are not having databases. Boost Analytics 2, and that is the database. We have not used it. Crawlers, data from S3, that is also fine. Databases. Okay, okay, leave it. So what I want to say, like with the help of this, like we will be able to create the ATL jobs. ATL jobs, like what we can do with the help of these ATL jobs, like we can create the ATL jobs with the visual editor. We have seen it, like how to perform the visual editor. Then we have moved with script editor as well. Notebook we are not able to do because notebook was creating certain issues or errors with respect to the connectivity, like IAM role related errors we are getting once we are moving with notebook. Same stuff we will be able to do with notebooks. Say we have moved with ETL visual editor ETL, then we have moved with the script editor. We have just like pasted our code inside the script editor, and we are able to do. So inside the visual editor, let me show you something. So let me try to give S3 location. Then with respect to the transformations, like I'm going to transform the schema, and then target, inside the target I'm having the S3. And let me provide the location of S3, and with respect to the location, say booster analytics, and inside the booster analytics we are having flight data, say flight data Athena test, and Athena test say new, not new. I just want to go with this one, choose this one. Okay, small flight. Then file format is of CSV type, and that is fine now. Infer schema. Okay, infer schema, additional option, and let me try to save this. It is going to ask. Okay, so I just need to remove this one. It is going to take the absolute path. Like it is, we just need to avoid the file name over here. It might be possible we are having multiple files over here. Mhm. Okay, so that is fine. Now infer schema. Okay, so what I want to show you, we have read the data. Now it is providing me the information like how you will be able to infer the schema. So change the schema and apply the mapping. Say if you want to have year, so year, the target key will be year, and data type, it is saying the data type is string, but here just I want to have say data in say uh, say string. I just want to have in varchar. I just want to change the data type. Now month, day, and date, time, depth time. So over here what I want to say, you will be able to change the data type. You will be able to change the data type, and that is nothing but inferring schema. Like I just want to have boolean, I just want to have uh, boolean for this. So you will be able to change the schema while reading the data. I have mentioned the location, and from that particular location it is able to read the data. Now with respect to inferring the schema, if you want to drop certain columns, so you will be able to drop those particular columns. Just you can think in this particular way, like you are having thousands columns, and for the processing perspective you want to have 5 columns only. So you can say remove these particular columns, and this particular stuff is nothing but inferring the schema. Okay, it is going to read the entire data. It is going to read the entire data, but once it is going to write onto the path that you are going to mention, it is going to write the refined data, whatever the rule that you have applied over there. Let me try to mention, say, booster analytics, and inside the flight data I just want to, and say output, inside output I want to have this particular data. uh, Browse and say boost analytics and flight data, and the output I was want to have. So onto this particular path, it is going to store the outcome, and that will be inferred with respect to these particular fields. Let me try to show you. So this particular outcome will be inferred in this particular way, and say you just need to save, and these particular columns wherever you have ticked this, so these particular columns will not be available onto the output, you can say, data that you will be able to, that you will be getting. So name, say change schema, it is already picked up. Then save. Okay, so probably we have these all are good. This is also fine, this is also fine, and this is also fine. Then you just need to provide the job details. You need to provide job name and IAM role. Then the glue, say if you want to process it with, say, Scala. Let me try to show you. Python 3, instead of Python I'm going to pick Scala, and the node and all, say instead of 10 node I just want to have 2 nodes. Disable rest, each and everything I will be moving, and say you require a script name, CSB, and .py, and say 10 minutes. 10 minutes instead of, say, this particular time. Okay, perfectly fine. And you just need to save this and say yes. Okay, save. IAM role I need to choose S3 to glue. Save. Okay, job is saved, and just have a look onto the script at this moment. Now you are having the Scala code. Whatever we are mentioning, say val s3 location, val s3, and we have not written this particular code. It is, you can say, given by Spark itself. We will be running this, and then we will be able to get the outcome. That is fine. So it will depends on you. Like you can proceed with the Spark, Python with Spark, or Scala, Spark with Scala. So Spark with Python or Spark with Scala. So it depends upon you only. So that is fine. It will be executed, and we will be able to get the outcome. So the execution is keep on going. Soon it will be executed, and we will be able to get the outcome. And whatever we have mentioned with respect to that only, we will be getting the outcome. Okay, you can. We just need to run it. It is running. It is in running state. So that is the stuff with respect to, like, how to uh, create or how to infer the schema with the help of glue. ATL jobs. Now another stuff, say, that you are able to see over here, visual ATL job. To run the multiple source, you just need to select the sources. So visual editor, I just want to show you, say source. So source, you are having, say, S3 source, you are having another, say, kinesis source, Okay, you are having Apache Kafka as a source. You are having say relational DB as a source. So these are the sources that you are having, right? These are the sources. Now what you are going to do? Processing. So transformation. So say you are going to perform the, you are going to change the schema. So just a minute. So you can provide these particular details with respect to each and every source. You need to provide the sources, like say S3, with respect to S3, what is the source? With respect to the Amazon Kinesis, what are the informations? Okay, and with respect to say Kafka, what are the informations? Then from the processing perspective, like you are going to uh, infer the schema, you are going to say perform certain SQL queries. You just want to detect case sensitive information, detect sensitive data. So these are nothing but a lot of, you can say, transformation related stuff, what we can drop field, drop null values. Okay, you want to apply filter. So with the help of these particular boxes, we will be able to perform, say, select fields, select from collection, then union, data preparation recipe. Okay, a lot of, you can say, operations are there, that you can perform on to top of the data from different, you can say, sources. Then target where you are going to store this particular data. Is it in glue catalog? So I have picked the data. I have picked the S3 location in order to store the data. But if I have picked S3 glue catalog, then I will be able to see the data over here. So inside this, uh, I was checking the glue catalog, but as I have mentioned S3 as a target, so I was not able to see the entries inside the glue catalog. But if I have mentioned the target as a glue catalog, then the entries will be there inside the glue data catalog. That is quite, you can say, logical. If I have not mentioned, then entries will not be there. So you can do whatever you want, that is with respect to the visual stuff. But if you don't want to go with the visual stuff, you just want to like move with uh, the you just want to move with the script editor. So you just need to provide, say, which you can say Python shell you want to have, ray shell you want to have. Python uh, ray is, you can say, the execution engine related stuff which is providing the distributed computing for the Python code. So will be getting low latency once you are using the ray as execution engine for your Python code. Then Spark, whatever you want, what I have mentioned, like it is based upon us in which format we want to perform the coding. So if you want Spark, then create that particular script editor, and over here you just need to paste your code. You just need to paste your code, and then you will be able to get the outcome. So based upon that, your code, whatever you want to do, you just paste it over here. What we have seen, like we have read the data from S3 two locations where we have mentioned, we have performed the joining, and then we have stored the output onto another, you can say, S3 location. So based upon our code, you just need to paste your code over here, and you will be able to get the outcome. So what we have seen over here, like once we are going to do the ETL stuff, we can proceed with the visual editor. We just need to click onto the buttons, and then with respect to those particular buttons, the code is automatically generated. There is no need to worry in order to write the code. So that is one stuff. Second one is script editor. If you are having certain script and you want to execute onto the AWS Glue, then you can proceed with the script editor. Notebook, this is new addition inside the AWS. I'm not able to get the exact IAM roles. So I will try to perform the R&D, like which uh, role is required in order to run the notebook. Then we will be able to do the execution of our code with the help of AWS Glue. So that is with respect to AWS Glue. And what we have seen in our today's sessions, like we have gone through what exactly AWS Glue is. It is used to perform the ETL related stuff. And there are two modules inside the AWS Glue. First one is data catalog, and second one is data integration and ETL. So data catalog is used to maintain the metadata. Metadata, like you are going to have the databases, the tables, the schema, okay, the crawler that you are going to create. So that particular stuff is there inside the data catalog. But the must, you can say, the best, you can say, application from the AWS Glue is ETL, and for which this AWS Glue is known. So it is the best, you can say, tool, ETL tool inside the market, and it is providing the operations onto the least cost. We just need to pay for the usage only. And how it is working, we can like create our ATL jobs, and there are three, you can see, different steps in order to create the ATL jobs. We can proceed with the visual editor. We have seen how to move with the visual editor, and based upon your usage, you just click, you just need to select the source, then the actions with respect to the transformation, and the location where you want to store. So that is with respect to visual editor. Then with respect to script editor, you just need to paste your code and then proceed with the execution. But for each and every stuff, for each and every, you can say, method in order to write the glue job, you just need to select the backend hardware on which it will be executed. So that you need to select that, you need to provide those particular details, and that particular hardware will be automatically captured or configured for you, and you will be able to get the execution of your job. So in my organization, some teams are working on to the glue in order to execute the Spark code, and they are having more than 300 nodes in order to execute one single task. Just try to visualize like how much data they are processing with the help of AWS Glue, and we will be able to get. And over here, the the stuff, so we are having this particular ATL job. So say ATL jobs now. Huh ATL jobs view. Okay, so these are certain jobs that we have executed in our today's session, like Spark job, AS, and job small flight. And these are the jobs what we have executed. Now what I want to show. What I want to show you. Hmm, 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 hmm. I just want to show you something. Just give me a minute. I just want to. Hmm, 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 hmm. Ah, okay, so trigger. Huh. That's what I want to show. Next on demand. Okay, next and create. So trigger. So you might be worried, like we have created this particular ETL job. We have created this particular ETL job. Like that is going to fetch the data from these particular server, perform the operation whatever we want, and then load it to a particular data warehouse or data lake and whatever wherever we want. But this is not a you can say single operation, or this is not a not an operation which is executed only once. Say at every hour we just need to do the execution of this particular job. So what we can do, we can have certain trigger. So we just need to like create the triggers over here, and with respect to the triggers, let me try to show you. Add a trigger, and you just need to give the trigger name, and then description if you want. If you want to schedule it, so you can schedule it. Okay, and the frequency, like you want to have hourly, daily, weekly, monthly, or custom, you can say, scheduling options you want to give. Okay, minute of the hour, like when, say, you are getting the data of 12 to 1 p.m. at 1:10, then your job will start at 1:11. So you can mention, say, 12 minute of every hour the job will be executed, job will start automatically. So you can create the triggers, if you want to job or a crawler event. So if you don't want to, like, uh, if you want, what I want to say over here, just try to focus, so we know, say at every hour we are getting the data, and we need to run the crawler at every hour, or if we don't know the time information, then we can create based upon an event, a crawler event, when it will be executed, like if we are having the data in this particular folder, then it will be triggered automatically. So we can trigger based upon certain logic, like event and all. So we can, depends upon you, like how you are going to trigger, so you can have the triggers. So as I was not having any data related stuff, so I have, or I'm not having certain stuff with respect to, like, the job and all that will be keep on executing. So I have added a trigger based upon on demand, on demand trigger I have executed, and whenever I just want to have, I just click on to this, and I can, you can say, run this, I can trigger created successfully, and then then based upon this particular trigger, the job will be keep on executing, so I have executed this particular trigger, and that will be on demand. So I just need to go and execute that particular job on demand, and if it is, if the trigger, what I have created, if that is, you can say, hourly and all, so it will be, it will be automatically triggered, and you will be able to get the outcome with respect to that particular job, so let me try to, this is the monitoring related stuff what I have mentioned. So you will be able to monitor each and everything over here, and ETL jobs, and the job is there, and I just need to say click onto the run, and it will be start on executing. If, like, we have added the trigger, then there is no need to have manual run, it will be triggered automatically based upon the trigger that you have created, so that is a good, you can say, functionality. And with the help of this, what you will be able to get, so we used to say that, like, the jobs are executed automatically, so with the help of this particular trigger that you have created, the jobs will be automatically triggered, and it will be executed, and you will be able to get the outcome onto the desired location, so that is the stuff, that's what I want to show. So let me try to conclude what we have covered. We have gone through with AWS Glue, and that is nothing but ETL tool. And there are certain benefits and advantages having the AWS Glue. And with the help of this, we have read the data and created certain crawler. And then with the help of that, the data, refined data, is moved on to the S3 location. And we have moved with the visual editor in order to create the ETL job, and we have moved with the script editor. With respect to the notebook, like how to uh, work with notebook inside the glue, we were getting certain issues with respect to the the IAM role. I will check, and I will get back to you in the next session. So that's it for today's session. If you are having any doubt, you can ask. Raj Babu, Vandana, Shivam, Swati, Rahul. Hope you enjoyed the session. Interesting, huh? Was it interesting, huh?
Yes, yes.
Okay, good, good. Vandana, Shivam, Swati, Rahul, what about you?
Yes, sir. Here with the
Perfect. So
It's
if there
fine,
is no
sir.
doubt that we can conclude the
It
session.
was good, sir.
Thanks. And try to
And
do it by yourself. Try to practice it. Until unless you are not doing it by your hand, then you will not be able to get the outcome. You will not be able to get the confidence. Right?
all right, right, right.
Okay. Take care, guys. See you tomorrow with the next topic that will be Redshift. AWS Redshift. That will be the next topic.
Ashok ji,
Mm-hmm.
So please share the note file of last session, today's session, as well as the recording for both the days.
Okay, okay, okay. I will share. Yeah, got it. Yes, Rahul, you were saying something.
actually, I have whatever we have discussed yesterday. After that, I have done some work on that.
Your voice is
The
not
site.
clear.
I am saying that whatever we have discussed yesterday, na,
Mm-hmm.
that assignment, that the question.
Okay, okay. So have you done that?
I have almost completed, but one API part is I am not like to understand like how to go further. Can you please, if you have any time,
Yeah, I will ping you.
can you help me?
Rahul, I will ping you.
Please, please.
I will ping you. No need to worry.
Then I will show you, no?
Okay, okay. Fine, perfectly fine. Okay, guys. Take care. Thank you.
Thank you.